even if you're part of a radio station or not, you still got to grind for yourself. You still got to continue doing your things. And sometimes I see DJs that once they join a team or they start working on radio, they kind of like fall back
Yep.
on doing events and they kind of get too comfortable. And eventually they zone out. They become irrelevant. But fortunately, like you just gotta keep grinding no matter what.
What's going on, DJ family? DJ Reese here. Every Monday at 9 a.m., I'm dropping a new podcast episode where I'm highlighting some of the dopest DJs out there that are creating vibes at all the venues that they're DJing at. If you want to hear these stories, level up in your DJing. If you're a new beginner DJ, you need new tips, you want to hear the inspiration from the DJs who started out new that are taking their DJing game to the next level, well, you got to check out WeCreateTheVibes.com. Every Monday, 9 a.m. New stories, new episodes from the dopest DJs out there killing it in the game right now. Hosted by DJ Reese. Again, check out WeCreateTheVibes.com. Welcome to another episode of We Create the Vibes podcast, where we find some of the dopest DJs out there creating vibes while DJing, ladies and gentlemen. Well, today's guest, he goes by the name of DJ Smitty. Your DJ Smitty. What's going on, brother? How's everything going, man?
Everything's going very good, man. Getting ready for the holidays. Big shout out to DJ Reese, man, for thank you for having me, man. I want to say I don't think we ever met. I think this is like the first time we're meeting. I think face to face.
Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate you asking me to come on your show. And for those who are still listening, right off the bat, I gotta say I'm a little jealous, bro. I'm a little jealous of DJ Reese because I went on your IG and one of my favorite cookies is Insomnia cookies.
Oh, man.
So to see you DJ the pajama party for Insomnia cookies, bro, I got a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I got like, damn. I love Insomnia cookies. Those were my favorite cookies, and if I ever had an opportunity to DJ, I would have done it too. So, congrats on doing that event. That's pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna call you back.
Oh, man. No, thank you, bro. And yeah, man, now their cookies are probably like the best in the world. And I'm not even just saying that because DJ for them. Like, I really, they're the
They give you
best.
a T-shirt. They give you at least a T-shirt that
T-shirt,
says,
everything, bucket hat.
"Oh, you got the
Yeah, man.
swag,
I
bro."
wore. I came back to the Philly location. I was in New Brunswick, so I wore the bucket hat, and then I'm gonna back to DC. But
Oh,
now
all
they're
right.
dope, man. The food. I mean, there's one in New York, right?
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
franchise. There's all over. There's one in
Okay.
Harlem, which is the one I used to go to,
Okay.
and there's one by NYU that's always like packed with
Okay.
college students. But they're all good, man. Anywhere you go and sign your
Man,
cookies, that's the wave, man.
it's it's so crazy, man. Because I just heard about them a couple months ago, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was out the
Really?
loop, man. Yeah, man. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know, rock or something, man. I don't know.
hey, man. Congrats on getting that gig.
No, thank you, brother, man. I appreciate that. But man, let's talk about you, man. Let's talk about the DJ career. I mean, you worked in radio too, but I need to know, man. Talk to me about the early influences, man. How did the DJ career start?
Honestly, for me, it started as I was like kind of like a helper. I would help this who was like a Latin DJ at the time, and he used to carry a lot of speakers back in the day, back in the early 2000s. I want to say 2004, 2003, and he used to carry speakers with amplifiers and stuff like that. So I would just go help him out, unload and load, and then eventually help him out, hook everything up. It wasn't for a lot of money either. So I think it was like 20, $40 he should give me a night, and
Okay.
I would just go hook up, his system, whatever. But eventually, it got to a point where like he was just hanging out at the bar, chilling, hanging out, while I was playing the music, the CDs and stuff like that. And then eventually, I got tired of it. I was like, oh, I could probably do this on my own. So little by little, I started buying like used gear. Um, I start off with CD players, the tabletops, and then I had like a little small. I want to say it was a Gemini mixer, like a two-channel Gemini mixer, and then pretty much start off with just like that. And the reason I got into it is just because of the love of music. It really wasn't for the money. That just came on later on as I got older and I started doing more events, and then it kind of grew up to where I am now.
Nice, man. Yeah, that's crazy. I had a Gemini mixer as well, man. When I first started, I think it was like this 4 channel. It was
Oh,
used
hell yeah.
as well. I think I got it for like maybe like $89 or something like that.
Yeah, all my stuff was used in the beginning. I was all used
Same
gear,
thing, man.
man. I had like these stereo speakers, the ones you use for like a home theater system. It
Okay.
wasn't even like DJ speakers. It was ones that, I didn't even have an amp, but I had to use a receiver for it, like a
Oh
stereo, an
wow.
actual stereo. Yeah, and I used to use those to go to the bar and stuff like that.
So all right. So
It-
speaking about that with the used gear, the stereo speakers, I'm pretty sure the sound was quite interesting. Tell me about the first gig that you used those stereo speakers. Like, how did it go? Tell me everything about it, if you can
First gig.
remember.
Let me see. um, I was like 15, so it had to be around 2005. And actually, the bar I was DJing at, it was actually pretty small to begin with. So the speakers actually did pretty well. It wasn't too bad, but eventually, I was like blowing the drivers on them. So I constantly, like every like 3 4 weeks, I had to go get new drivers
Wow.
and like fix the drivers eventually because I didn't know how to do the volume. I didn't know how like the levels worked. I didn't know how you could blow your speakers or how you bring down the music. At that time, all I wanted was like especially the owners would be like, oh, just bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. That's what
Yeah,
you bring up the volume, bring up the volume, and then I would just bring it up, not knowing I was messing up the speakers. Eventually,
yeah.
you learn that eventually, but nobody tells you that stuff. And of course, when you go to like the stores and stuff like that to get the drivers or speakers, they only tell you because they know if you're gonna blow it again, you're gonna come back and buy more. So you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like they really didn't like taught me how to do it. I just eventually I got the hang of it. But it did pretty good. I want to say it did pretty good because it was a small bar. I want to say if it was like 30, 40 people in there, it probably looked like it was packed. So
Mm,
at that point, I wasn't too bad.
nice, nice, man. So you also worked in radio as well. I mean, talk to me about that. DJing, working in radio while you're DJing. I mean, I feel like that's a total different experience than someone just DJing and they don't see the radio side of even how, maybe the mix show DJ might even, get the list of what he needs to play or gets the MP3 sent to the email, what he needs to play at the noon show or even the ad spot that he has to read. Tell me about that experience of being on, working in radio and also DJing at the same time.
Well, I could say I got my feet wet. When it comes to the radio, I wish I could say I was on air. I wish I could say I was, mixing on air and stuff like that. But I did get to mingle with some of the on-air DJs. Um, I know I worked when I was on the street team. I worked with Walla, Drewski, Enough, doing events for them. I would set up their gear and they would come and DJ. Sometimes I would start DJing for a little bit until they got there, and then they will hop on. It was like a surreal experience, especially in the beginning, because beginning I didn't work directly with radio. I interned first for I think it was like 3 or 4 months, internship program, and then from there, I pretty much just applied for a part-time job, and that's how I got into the radio. Um, my opinion, I think every DJ should do it, especially if you're a new DJ, to see what the radio business is like. And a lot of times, newer DJs or people who are getting into the business, they think radio is just about music, and it's not. There's a lot more behind that. There's a digital team, there's a promotions team, there's a sales team, and then on top of that, you got all these managers, and it's really a lot of pieces to the puzzle, and not just like radio. Oh, DJs, there's a lot of things into it, and it was a great experience. And if I could go back and do it again, I would do it again, man. But I think for anybody else who's thinking about radio, um, they should go do the internship program or just start applying, man. You just never know. And honestly, when I applied, I didn't think I was gonna get it. I just applied because I was actually in downtown Manhattan, and I had my resume. I had like a little like USB, and I just walked in at the office. And of course, it was pre-COVID, you know, so it was no regulations. You could actually like walk into the station and talk to the secretary, the person in the front desk, and I
Yep.
just left my resume and my little USB and stuff like that. And then you know, they actually hit me up. They emailed me, and then they called me. Of course, you got an interview there, and then you pretty much got it, you know. But it was really fun, man, especially talking to everybody. You know, you get to pick everybody's brain, you know, especially with digital. I was asking about websites, how to look up articles. When I was in the studio, I would always ask about equipment that they were using, where like what type of mics, what type of
Okay.
software, um, stuff like that. And you know, also ask like, oh, what was like some of the mistakes you've done in the past that you don't do anymore, or some mistakes they would do. That way, if I ever had the opportunity to be on air, you know, I would kind of like not do what they did, kind of like be a little bit more aware of what I would be doing, type of thing. But definitely, Reese, man, if you're thinking about radio, man, you know, man, just try it, man. You never know. Hit up Sirius, Power 105, 197, Audacity, man. Just, you know, put yourself out there, man. You just never know. Honestly, you never know.
Man, no, to be honest with you, man, I worked in radio for I want to say like 12 years. I mean, my last position, I was actually a mixo DJ, but at a gospel station, but it was
Okay.
commercial radio. So I was doing mix shows every Saturday night. I worked at 100.3. Also worked at Sirius Radio, but business side. Z100 back in the day too.
Oh,
Uh,
there it is.
what else? Hot 97. Uh, what else? WXRP, but they were the rock station, but they shut down though. They were in the same
Gotcha.
building
Oh, okay.
with Hot 97. But
Okay.
yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I think my time with radio, man, I'm good, man. Like I do voiceovers too, but like the radio side, I had a
Oh,
good
yeah.
time. It was good. And now you're right. So my next question, so you being in the building now for a DJ who wants to become a mix show DJ or either wants to be the DJ on the morning show, you being in the building, what do you feel that DJ needs to do to elevate themselves to, be in that position to, potentially or possibly DJ on a morning show or a mix show, or he could be interning right now, but maybe he's working in promotions or, you know, something he doesn't want to do, but he's just trying to get his foot in the door. Or he's a board op. He's interning as a board op because I did that at Hot 97.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. It's
Juanito was the guy who was training me. Juanito was training me, but
Oh, really?
yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
so,
he's been in there for a while too, man. From what
yeah.
I heard. He lost a lot of weight from what I've seen too. He's looking good.
No, that's
Uh,
good, man. That's good to see the longevity too.
uh,
Yeah, so how they get in, man? Like, what do you feel gets
it's
them in
tough, man.
the
I'm not
door,
gonna lie.
man?
It's not easy. I mean, it's like um, in my opinion, is you always be prepared. You know, in my opinion, is always have USB sticks in your pocket with your mixes. You know, don't gotta be like an hour long mix. I feel like when you're promoting yourself, you know, put yourself like a 15-20 minute mix of different genres of what you do, which is over format, or just a 15-minute mix of hip hop, a 15-minute mix of reggae or old school stuff, whatever you do the best. Always have, you know, just be ready as far as if you see somebody in the hallway, you know, you can give them, hey man, I just made a mix the other day, you know, let me know what you think. Um, if you're in the promotions, currently in the promotions department or interning, um, you know, just put yourself out there, man. You know, if you're currently working there part time, I would just say, you know, do go above and beyond. You know, separate yourself from your other coworkers. Not to say uh, step on their toes or anything like that, but you know, just always give yourself 110%. Always arrive on time. I feel like people will notice you if you arrive like 5 or 10 minutes before you're supposed to. So say you're supposed to show up at the station at 5 o'clock, but you show up at like 4:45 or 4:30, a little bit early. a lot of people really appreciate that, especially the managers and stuff like that. So if they ever need somebody that needs to be on point or they need something last minute, you'll be like the go-to person. They would be like they'll put you on there first, or if they need an event and be like, I know this person's always on time. He's going to become more reliable. So that's another thing too. I guess you could be more reliable. I guess when if you're working there, either on the board up or promotions, or even as an intern, just try to be reliable, trustworthy. Um, always ask questions. If you don't know how to do something, or I feel like people respect you for stepping up and say, "Hey, I don't know how to do something, or I don't know how to go about this. Any way you could show me, something like that." But it's ultimately to actually be like on the show or on their personality. I feel like it just takes a lot of time. You really got to put in the time. It's not gonna be like one day to the next. Um, of course, you just really gotta be there for a few months, or to actually people will recognize your face, I guess. Because if you're just an intern, you're there for like a couple months and then you're out, and then and then you come back years later and they're not gonna really remember you. So
True.
I think be consistent, I guess. If you're really gonna do it, you just got to be in the building, man. You got to work through it. And then I guess that's the tough part too, because some people, they have obligations and bills and stuff like that, and that's what always sometimes prevents you from continuing your radio career, or just continue being there. And you're like, you know what, I got to do something else, man. And even if they don't want to be there, you just got to stick it out. But to really get part of the show, I would say you have to be there. Just be there consistently and be reliable.
Yep. Consistency is key, man. It beats, if you're consistent and someone's, superb one day and they slack off the next day, that consistency, man,
Yeah, man.
get them out.
It goes a long way, especially with the managers and a lot of the disc jockeys. Sometimes when they do events, they ask the promotion department, the manager, "Hey, who's doing this event?" And sometimes if they say your name, they'll be like, "All right, well, if he's doing it, I'm good." You know what I'm saying? They
Yep.
actually you become more reliable like that. So you really just be consistent, reliable, be on time. Um, Try to and just be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like have like a little USB or a little flyer, a little business card in your pocket. You always hand them out. You never know who you're gonna see at the radio station. Even sometimes they have like guests. You might see it like I think when I was there, they had Megan Thee Stallion, they had Pop Smoke. Um, they had they do their music meetings and stuff like that, and they have like a guest or a new artist there. You're promoting their music, and you can just hand out stuff there to promote yourself. You catch them, you get like a picture with them, like, "Hey, man, I made this mix. Let me know what you think." Stuff like that.
Okay. No, definitely, man. No, definitely good ideas, man. Oh, DJs are paying attention. If you're enjoying the content you're watching right now and you want to learn how to level up at all your events and create vibes, well, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. So, man, I did a little bit of snooping on your IG. I had to do a little bit of research. Man, talk to me about Lazy Lounge, man.
Oh, Lazy Lounge. Oh, that was an old. I can't say. Well, it is an old bar. I think they're still there, but I don't know. I don't think they do parties anymore. It was on Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, and
Okay.
at that time it was like a strip. It was a strip of bars, and I'm pretty sure it's still like that now. I haven't been there in a long, long time. But Mamaroneck, so Lazy Lounge was pretty dope because that was like one of the first places that the owners actually let me do my thing. Before that, I feel like a lot of business owners, they were like, "Oh, don't play hip hop, just play Latin music,"
Okay.
or play hip hop and no Latin music, or they were just they kind of try to control where you had to play and stuff like that. And and if you wanted to get paid, you gotta like pay attention and kind of do what they say, or try to look in the crowd, or if you did play a little hip hop, you had to go in and out. Like you couldn't play like your whole set. But Lazy Lounge, I want to say, was like one of the first spots that actually let me like stretch my legs out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was able to to do a little bit of everything. Um, so that was a cool part about that. And there was always like a big diversity too, being as White Plains. You had like white people, you had Latinos, you had blacks, and older crowd, and you had like a younger crowd. So it was very diverse. So it was also a little bit challenging at the same time. But it was fun, man. It was a fun time when I was there.
Oh man, that's dope, man. Yeah, a lot of people don't believe that, us DJs go through that challenge because there's venues that will literally tell us do not play this type of music. And if you do, like you out of there. Like
Yeah.
there's a new DJ in there next week. Like
Yeah, oh yeah, man. It's tough, and it's sometimes it's like, especially when there's a promoter involved. So then you got the promoter telling you one thing, and then you got the owner telling you another thing.
Yep.
And I think at one place, the head of security was telling me one thing.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? I remember head of security was telling me, if you don't play a certain way, the owner's gonna kick you out. Or I'm really good friends with the owner. If I like the way you DJ, then the owner's gonna keep you or something like that.
Wow.
It's a lot of politics in the background.
Yep. Always, man. It's like, we got into this, we was free. We love playing music. And then once the business, the money, it's like, when you're a kid and you're innocent and you're young, and then when you turn 18 and all right, you gotta go get a job and really pay your rent and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's like that.
And then you always get, they always want more. They always want like either DJ longer or get there earlier or more speakers or more
Yep.
lights, and then they
More
want
for
to pay the
less.
same price. Yeah, they either want to pay the same price for more equipment or pay less for more equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Man, we're gonna play a game, man. One of my favorites is called This or That. DJ Smitty, your DJ. Are you ready to play this game?
All right, man, let's do it. How do you
All
play?
right. All right. So I'm just gonna name two things. You're gonna say the one you like. It's either this or it's either that, you know?
All right, let's do
All
it.
right. Ready to play?
Let's go. Shoot.
All right. CDJs or controllers?
Oh man. Uh I would say at the moment controllers.
Okay.
At the moment.
Turntables or CDJs?
See, I want to say turntables. I'm gonna say turntables on that one. When I
Nice.
was younger, when I was younger, I would have said CDJs, but now I'm a little
Go.
older now. I want to say turntables.
All right. So you went back.
Yeah,
Like, I'm gonna get sharp with them turntables. I like that. I like that. Flex or DJ Clue?
Flex or DJ Clue. Oof. Yeah,
Wisely.
I feel like you're putting me on the spot for that one. I want to say Flex, bro. Flex. I want to say Flex because I'll be honest, I haven't heard DJ Clue in a while, but you constantly hear Flex on the station, and he's I always feel like Flex has like a secret weapon, man. It's one of those secret weapons where like he be going in a set and he'll randomly play a throwback, and you're like, oh man, I remember that record. You know what I'm saying? So, and on top of
Absolutely.
that, he still sounds like relevant. Like he still sounds like he's still like in the game. He's still there. And then that's hard to do as a DJ, and especially now that I'm getting a little bit older, um, for you to stay relevant, to stay on your toes with new music, it's not as easy as I thought it would be, especially now when there's like constant new music coming out. So I want to say Flex.
No, I like that. Even verbally, man, he's relevant. Like he spars on the radio. Like he
Oh
spars.
yeah.
He's slick with it. I was just in Hackensack DJing on Saturday, so I had to turn on Hot 96.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, he
Yeah,
out
he
there
gives that
talking.
smoke. He gives
Yeah, he
that
be
smoke,
talking,
bro.
man. He be chirping. I like it. It's exciting. I'm not even gonna lie. I was in the car, windows down, like, "Eh, he's talking. He's talking tonight, man. I like that, man.
He'd be like, "Oh, let me tell you a story, New York. Let me tell you a story, New York."
Got that car revved
Yeah.
up.
I tell you what, man, if I was a bigger celebrity DJ, I wouldn't want to have Flex on my bad side for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No way, man. No way.
He's been doing this thing for, I mean, 20 plus, probably
Oh,
like 30,
absolutely.
what, 30 years?
Oof.
Probably him 30,
Yeah.
almost 30, or either 30 years.
Yeah,
He's
man.
been laying it down on the radio for like a long time. So yeah, no,
Yeah,
he
you gotta give it to
definitely,
him.
absolutely. I think this is a really good one though. Flex or DJ Camilo?
Oh, Flex or Camilla?
Yeah.
Hmm. See, like when there were times when before I worked at High 97 and I was coming up, some of the DJs that inspired me actually was Camilo. So there was times where I would like when I was DJing, I'd be like, what would Camilo do? Or what would Camilo say in the mic? Because I guess Camilo was more like a younger DJ, so I could kind of see him. Um, but Flex or Camilo, man, that's tough. Um, oh man, that's tough, bro.
I knew
That's a tough
that.
one. That's a tough one. Um,
I mean, you can say
oh
both, but
man, I'm a,
I'll let you get the draw.
the ball. Oh man.
I'm not gonna.
Uh,
I'm gonna say like play style Camilo because he plays everything and he's so
yeah,
versatile. But
he has
Flex
music
the
for
verbal
hours.
though. Flex the
Yeah.
verbal though. That verbal, the mouth is slick. I want that, but he's a phenomenal DJ. Like when I was in college, I went to Montclair State, but
Oh wow.
even like and I was at Z100 at the time, but of course, like DJ Spin Bad was on the radio at that time, and he
Yep.
was super nice. But I would be in a car, like I'll be in the Z100 van listening to the Hot 97
Yeah.
in the headphones because
Oh shoot.
yeah, they would get mad, like you can't do that, like they really would get
Like
mad.
you're trading, bro. You're trading.
Yeah, they really would get
Uh,
mad, and and I was at Power 105 too for but at that time it was really Envy wasn't over there. No, Envy might have been over there, but it was just Envy, Clue, DJ Self. They didn't have the morning show or anything like that. It wasn't.
wow.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't. It
that's
wasn't
back
moving
then.
like that. It's different now though. But when I was in the building, it was nah. It wasn't really nothing going on. Like so.
All right, so I would say Camilo. I
Yeah,
would say
Camilo
Camilo on that
he's a
one.
he's a beast, man.
I
Like
say Camilo.
he was a beast, man. He's a beast.
Well, Flex is probably gonna come after me if he ever sees this. If he ever sees this,
I'm
he's gonna
planning
go
to
on my
see Big
IG.
Dog.
He's like, yo, let me tell you something.
Oh man, Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish?
Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish? I want to say Taylor Swift
Okay.
because I think well, Taylor Swift has a lot more hits, and Billie Eilish, even though she has a lot of fame, I think she has a of course she has a bad guy, but I feel like she needs um a little bit more hits to really compete in that lane. I'm not saying that Billie Eilish is whack or anything, but she just needs some more time to grow. You know what I'm saying? But I would say Taylor Swift.
I agree, man. All right, man. Which song request is the worst? Iggy Azalea, Fancy, or Salento, Watch Me? Which song request is worse?
Oh man. Um, what was the first one?
First one is Iggy Azalea, Fancy, or Salento, Watch Me.
Oh man, I want to say fancy because at least with Salento, you'll get people somewhere on the floor, I guess. But I want to
Yeah.
say fancy.
And now Iggy gonna come back.
Yeah. Oh, Iggy's gonna come after me now.
All right, DJ Smitty, your DJ, man. Thank you for playing the game, this or that, man. See, you probably thought it was about to be something crazy, but no, wasn't
It's all
bad,
good, man.
man.
I actually like that. I actually like that game, man. Appreciate it.
Dope. Now, what advice would you tell your younger self, man?
My younger self,
Yeah, man. What advice would
um,
you tell your younger self coming up in this DJ game, man? How would you approach it?
I would tell my younger self to take the whole DJing hobby because at the time it was a hobby and to look at it more of a business point of view. Um, as I was coming up, I always struggled how I wanted to get more gigs, I wanted to do more things, make more money, and I just didn't really know how to go about it. And perhaps if somebody would have told me, if you look at it as a business, um, that it would just made everything so much more easier. You know, you look at yourself as a brand. You charge people for things you're doing, for setting up, for breaking down, for time, for travel, stuff like that. And then it makes it a little bit more easier to say, tell somebody, hey, this gig is going to cost me such and such because I'm doing all this stuff. So in the beginning, I didn't look at it as a business. I looked at it as like, all right, this gig I'm doing it for $500. But it was like a 4-hour gig. I had to drive like an hour away, and at the end of the day, I was like, yeah, I got $500, but I feel like I should get more. I didn't know how to ask for more money. I didn't know how to make it presentable to people. So I'm gonna say, if I can go back in time, just tell myself to look at it more as a business and as a brand, it would have made things a little bit more easier.
No, absolutely, man. That's great advice. Now, how can people find you, man? What social
Um,
platforms are you on?
I mostly do Instagram, at DJ Smitty, your DJ. I also got like a Snapchat, also got like a TikTok, but I'm not really too much into all that stuff. I feel like there's so much social media out, and you could be on everything, but I feel like, in my opinion, if you just pick one social media platform and just give it all, I think that's all you really need. Whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat. Um, no, I believe you need a presence on all the platforms, but I feel like your strongest platform should be the one that you're promoting the most. And for me at the time is really Instagram. So if you want to hit me up, you can find me on Instagram and at DJ Smitty, your DJ.
Oh, most definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, that was DJ Smitty, your DJ. Another episode of We Create the Vibes podcast. Again, where we find the dopest DJs out there, killing it, creating those vibes out there at the events. DJ Smitty, your DJ. I appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you for coming through, man. This is DJ Reese. Smitty, man. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, bro. Thanks.